Good afternoon and welcome once again to the weekly update with the mayor and Kyle Johansson. Kyle, I was a little bit late coming into the studio today, and it was largely because I couldn't resist walking up and down Court Street because it is so nice out there. It's supposed to be, what, 62 degrees, something like that today? Or
warmer than that.
Warmer than that. Well, Kyle, tell us what today's weather is going to be. Although we can see it's sunny outside, and what the next 7 days what we have in store for us.
So we have a flood watch in effect from Thursday afternoon through late Thursday night. The National Weather Service in Charleston has issued a aerial flood watch for a portion of southeast Ohio, including the following areas: Athens, Morgan, Perry, and Washington counties, from Thursday afternoon through late Thursday night. As a cold front will still over central Ohio on Thursday, as a wave moved along the front will slide eastward Thursday night. This will provide 1 to 2 inches of rainfall, which could cause flooding. A flood watch means there is a potential for flooding based on current forecast. You should monitor later forecasts and be alert for possible flood warnings. Those living in areas prone to flooding should be prepared for take action should flooding develop. So we got today mostly sunny skies, a high of 67. Tonight, cloudy skies, low 54. Tomorrow, rainy conditions, high of 61, low 24. Friday, look for morning clouds, followed by afternoon sun, high of 33, low 25. Saturday, partly cloudy and mostly cloudy, high of 36, low 22. Sunday, sunny, high of 56, low 37. President's Day, we have partly cloudy skies, a high of 64, low 51. Tuesday, showers, high of 64, low 49. And next Wednesday, we got morning showers, high of 51, low 34. In Ohio today, there have been 2,400 COVID cases, so we're still dropping. Like several counties and cities, even Columbus, they are already lifting this mask mandate because they are dropping so fast, even though our counties are dropping so fast. Like, they got all the concession stands back up at the games now. First time in like 2 months, at least almost 2 months now, because we're dropping so fast. So that's the good news. And because the other good news is that we are heading toward this warmer time of the year, which is not that far off. Especially beginning today, it feels like spring. And that's the good news, because once we get into these warmer seasons, that means our pollen's going to come out again sooner than you know it. And finally, we got OEFX. The men's team beat Miami, like, big time, like, it was like 58 to 78. So that was a big jump in score, and then that was Battle of the Bricks. And they won how many games against Miami? 1,103 days of wins against Miami. So that's like 2 or 3 years wins against Miami basketball games. And tonight we got the women's game against Toledo, against Pink. It's a Pink game as well. And this past Monday, that was their Valentine's Day game against Eastern Michigan, which I got 2 roses from Rufus for Valentine's Day, and I gave him candy at the wrestling match this past Saturday. And then Saturday night is the wrestling match of the season against Buffalo, 7 p.m. And then finally, the last 2 home basketball game next Tuesday night. It's 2000s theme night, Central Michigan, and then next Friday night it's senior night against Kent State. And then finally, the last women's games is next Saturday, the 26th at 3:30, and then March 2nd at 7 p.m. And then the wrestling MAC tournament will be held here at the Convo Friday at noon, Saturday at noon, and Rips will be there as well, including this Saturday as well. In March 9th to the 12th, the men's team are on their way to Cleveland for the MAC tournament and maybe for the March Madness that's taking place in Indianapolis.
All right. Hey, Ryan, I don't know if you can zoom in on this or not. Give it a shot. And if not, this is great. This is, I know all those out there in TV land can't necessarily see it. But here's a picture. Kyle, I love it when you send me these all the time whenever you're around your best friend, Rufus. But there's a picture of Kyle Johansson and Rufus and the 2 roses that he received on Valentine's Day. And I don't know, what, are you going to get shamrocks tomorrow with St. Patty's Day quickly approaching? You need to ask Rufus. Say,
I'll ask him tonight for sure.
Can you get me a 4-leaf clover? That's great. Speaking of COVID-19, it's always good to keep people informed of what things are looking like throughout the county. And I know, Ryan, thank you, my friend, pushing out right there. You can see the positivity rate. You can also see the percentage vaccinated, completed, and so on and so forth. Most notably, January 24th of this year, our accounts were just north of 3,400 positive cases here in Athens County. And here we are, the 16th of February, and we're down to 1,005. Again, those are yesterday's numbers. And new cases being 26. We've seen, double digit, low double digit, and even single digit. I know on Sunday we had 6 new cases that came in. Things are, as Kyle mentioned, we're trending in the right direction. We need everyone to stay super vigilant. And we also need people to know where they can go to get the at-home test kits if you need them. These can be found at the Athens County, City County Library, City County Health Department. The library, I believe, also has kits on occasion, but I would contact them first to see if they have them. But when you do these, make sure you really carefully read the directions that you need, so you don't have a misread on the test kit itself. Don't open the test kit before you connect it with a proctor. With these test kits, the proctor will walk you through what needs to be done. I know that we had some test kits that we received at the tail end of last year, and when we felt we needed to use the test kits, we called the proctor, and the first thing the proctor said, "What's the expiration date on that box?" And unfortunately, it had expired the day before. So make sure you follow the instructions with these test kits. The other thing is, if you're not vaccinated, get the vaccine. You're doing yourself as well as those around you a real disservice not to get the vaccine. And if you're not going to get vaccinated, then wear a face covering. I know that City Council is looking at the face covering ordinance and what their plan of action will be here in the city of Athens. I believe it'll be coming up again Monday evening. So, just do the right thing. Some important updates with engineering and public works activities. North Schaefer Street will have a closure. That closure started today at 8 a.m. and will continue until the sanitary sewer lateral is completed in that area. Motorists are asked to avoid the area. So keep that in mind. Last night, there was a water line break up in the Oakmont area, and a citizen Facebook messaged me, direct messaged me, and said, "Hey, who do I need to contact? Because we have water bubbling up out of the street." And just as a reminder to everybody, if there is, or you feel that there's a water line break in your neighborhood, in front of your house, or somewhere in your local environment, please reach out to the water treatment plant. Pretty simple. You can call them at 740-592-3344. Again, 592-3344, and they will go through their process of doing a call out to make sure that our water crews, street crews respond to the area in which there is concern, and they will address the problem. The street crew, I was able to contact the street crews, and they got on that water line break last night and got it repaired rather quickly down in the Oakmont area. So please, take advantage of that for something that's especially after hours, and you notice that there's something that just doesn't look right with whatever this fluid is coming up out of the ground. With that said, another way you can reach out to any of the city departments, with concerns or questions or maybe even suggestions, you can use the Athens, Ohio City Source app. You can find that app at Google Play. You can find the app as well at the Google App Store. So a number of different ways you can download that particular app. And, with that app, you can report out to the city garage if you feel that or have identified potholes that need some rapid attention. Or again, it could be a water line break. It could be a traffic light that doesn't seem to be operating properly, or a street light that is not functioning. All those things. And you can also reach out if you feel like there's some strange behavior that's going on in your neighborhood with individuals that you don't recognize. And you can certainly reach out. You can certainly call the police department as well if you think something unusual is going on in your neighborhood. The other thing that you can take advantage of is Nixle. We always encourage people to download the Nixle app, and with Nixle, you will get alerts, and you can customize it to only getting the alerts that you're interested in receiving. It puts out things like level 1, level 2, level 3 snow emergencies, boil orders come out on Nixle, a number of different things, weather alerts. So, take advantage of Nixle as well as the Athens, Ohio City Source app. Last couple items that I've got that are worth mentioning is, we're still seeking input on the fire station headquarters building. And we have a survey on the city's website. So we encourage you to go to the city's website, and you can fill out the survey in terms of, things, your opinion about the fire station, amenities that might be worth having at the fire station, as well as the location of the fire station. So check that out. We have a vacancy in the police department. So we're looking for people who may be eligible to become police officers here in the city of Athens. So we encourage people to go to the city's website and check that out, or you can reach out to the city's HR director, Ron Lucas, and get more information on that. Speaking of hiring, we are starting up our seasonal hiring, in particular Arts, Parks, and Recreation. Again, if you're interested in any of the groundskeeping, summer seasonal jobs, or lifeguards, or pool cashiers, or anything along those lines, please reach out to the community center, and you can reach them at 592-3325 and apply. And I believe you can even apply online. Is that correct, Scott? To your knowledge, yeah, as well as to mine. But check it out. We also have seasonal maintenance in their cemeteries and our parks, as well as the streets. So there you go. Take out your cell phone if you're interested, and you can scan that, and there you go. It will send you to everything that you need to know seasonal part-time employment-wise here in the city of Athens. I want to mention we have a few vacancies on the Joint Police Advisory Council for the city of Athens. So if you're interested in serving as a volunteer on that particular commission or council, and we have a number of different boards and commissions that we are often seeing that there are vacancies and looking for people to volunteer. So consider voluntary service with the city of Athens. Some upcoming meetings. The Commission on Disabilities is meeting this evening at 5:30 p.m. at the Athens Community Center, and I believe that is also a meeting that can be attended online via Zoom. So keep that in mind. The Planning Commission, we are meeting tomorrow at noon here in Council Chambers. Have a couple different items and hopefully a vote for a new appointment to the Regional Planning Commission that goes through the city's Planning Commission. The Recreational Advisory Board, they are meeting tomorrow evening at 5:30. That is at the Community Center, again, open to the public. And as usual, Athens City Council will be meeting Monday night, 7 o'clock here in Council Chambers. Just a reminder, with President's Day next Monday, There will be a delay in trash and recycling pickup. Everything will be backed up a day. So if your collection was Monday, put it out on Tuesday. Tuesday, Wednesday, you get the idea. Make sure you make note of that. The last thing I want to share real quick is, the Bengals played an outstanding game last Sunday in the Super Bowl. I know that we are all so proud of Joe Burrow. The number of times he was knocked down, he got up every single time and resumed his play. What a stellar athlete. And he's done so much as a steward of Southeast Ohio, Athens County, and Athens. Just give great praise to this young man who has done so much. It's amazing what 32 seconds of speech can do and continues to do for our region when it comes to our food pantries and the food bank. Hail Joe Burrow for doing such an outstanding job. From Bulldog to Bengal, go Joe. And we have not seen the last of Joe Burrow. He is going to take the Bengals a long ways moving forward. So that's all Kyle and I have for today. We hope that you join us next week for the next weekly update with the mayor and Kyle Johansson. And who knows, if we experience a little bit nice weather like this within the next few weeks, we might be able to take this show on the road and do a remote, which we have not done, Scott, for a long, long time. So we would love to get out and about and maybe have some really cool open dialogue with people who want to, be the voice on the street with the mayor and Kyle Johansson. So take care, and hopefully you'll tune in next week again for the weekly update with the mayor and Kyle Johansson.